We are now in an interesting place with Destiny 2, that's with all the stuff that's been going on at Bungie of course, as well as the final shape being pushed back, and at this point we find ourselves both in the final and longest season of Destiny 2 as we wait for the next expansion. And so Season of the Wish is the final traditional season, if you like, before Bungie move on to episodes. And episodes are essentially still seasons, but this is Bungie's reimagining of seasonal content, which they've probably done partially for development reasons, but also importantly, Bungie are aware of how tired players are of the season model as it stands, and they're trying to make an impact on players and create a sense that this will be something better than seasons. And of course, I don't doubt that they want to improve on some of the common problem areas in seasons, but as always, there is some marketing talk there as well. But overall, a lot of Destiny players are still hoping that Bungie are taking the opportunity to radically improve on content delivery, and I'm definitely one of them, so we're going to talk about it in the video today. And firstly, here's a snippet of what Bungie devs said in relation to episodes coming after the final shape.
What comes next?
The episodes, and the new way we're going to tell stories moving forward.
What's really important about episodes is that it's a really big shakeup to what we've been doing. Instead of providing 4 seasons a year, you are going to get 3 larger episodes. And so the first 3 episodes in this coming year are called Echoes, Revenant, and Heresy. It's coming right after the final shape. And the theme for the year is going to be all about the consequences and aftermath of the final shape. I think what's really the cornerstone of the episode model that we're building is the 3-act structure. The acts act as these anchors for us to introduce new weapons, new artifact mods, new activities. There's going to be new missions coming around the core. There'll be new story moments in every single one of these acts. We're actually providing more cinematic styled experiences throughout the final shape year and the episodes with it than any of the seasons we've ever developed before.
And so clearly, the episode model is intended to be a major shakeup on how content is delivered in the game, and the devs referenced episodes being the new way that they're going to tell stories moving forward. And so one significant question that players have beyond next year is, will there be any more expansions for the game? And right now, we don't know for sure. With seasons going away, obviously, episodes are expected to provide a lot of content in their place. And as Bungie have shown, episodes are going to drop in 3 different acts, which last for 6 weeks each. And obviously the dates for these releases have changed, and with the first episode originally slated to drop in March, which was a month after the final shape, it now seems likely that the first episode in the new release schedule will drop on July 2024. But that hasn't been confirmed by Bungie just yet, so we'll have to wait and see. But looking at some of the content, and to discuss some of the potential issues that episodes can address, at the top of each episode card, there are tabs for new exotic weapons and an exotic mission. This seems to be set apart from the other content, so it may be that each episode overall will see one major exotic quest, but then of course we'll include other sources like dungeons, and those are confirmed to be dropping during the episodes, as they're part of the dungeon key for the year of the final shape, so these will likely have exotics of their own, as would a reprised raid, perhaps this one, which of course Bungie haven't confirmed, which makes me sad. I'm still kind of hoping that we'll see the return of Wrath of the Machine, but we'll see. Either way, outside of other activity drops for exotics, it would appear that there will be one major exotic and quest for each of the episodes. And looking back to the roadmap, each of the 6-week acts will contain new quests and new story, and it's safe to say this is an area where players want more impactful and meaningful gameplay, as well as the story. And if these are going to be somewhat similar to season quests, Bungie definitely need to keep them interesting and avoid us having to visit 10 vendors each week. But overall, the gameplay loop, the storytelling and the cinematic content, which Bungie have said there will be more of with episodes, definitely have to elevate on what we've had with seasonal content, and it's an area where the episodes need to mix things up in an exciting way. But the same could be said for activity content, and according to the chart, there will be new activities every 6 weeks as well. Now this would be interesting because I struggle to imagine that Bungie will make 3 seasonal activity style things every 4 months. And again, assuming that some of these will be major new modes for each episode, while we can't expect all of them to be absolutely huge, I would say that the core modes as part of episodes have to stand apart from what we've been seeing in recent years with seasonal content. And that's not to say all seasonal activities have been bad, obviously, and there are certainly elements of things like the Coil and the Altars of Summoning from Season of the Witch which are really solid, but overall seasonal activities is one of the areas where players are fatigued, so if Bungie want these episodes to be impactful, the gameplay content overall needs to improve once again on what we've seen with seasons. I do think though that having these modes, stories, and even the delivery of new weapons, artifact mods, and rewards every 6 weeks definitely has the potential to refresh the game far more regularly. And of course with seasons as they stand right now, the story rolls out over time, but the majority of weapons, artifact mods, pass ranks and things like that launch immediately. So if there's enough content there for episodes, there's definitely the potential that it could be done better than what we've had with seasons. But in contrast with seasons, I really hope this doesn't end up feeling like it's a way of time gating what would otherwise be very typical seasonal content, right? This model's got all the potential to do a great job of keeping the game fresh, but there has to be the right quantity and quality throughout, because otherwise players will feel as though the acts themselves are a way of plotting the content to last 4 months, as opposed to it actually meaning more content in the first instance. So I think that's a risk for Bungie, and it would also do them well to not do something like capping the pass ranks per act or something like that. But if we do genuinely get a great flow of new gear, activities which are solid enough to be enjoyed for players for a few weeks at a time, and meaningful progression alongside what promotes itself to mean more content overall, then episodes have a lot of potential to shake things up in a positive way. And that's why there is some pessimism there for me. I definitely prefer not to be negative, but it's also one of the areas this coming year where, like in the final shape, Bungie need to deliver an absolute banger. And just like most of the folks who like playing Destiny or would play Destiny again in the future if it improves significantly, I'm sort of both hopeful and a little bit concerned at the same time. So what do you guys think? Do episodes sound appealing, and do you think that Bungie will improve on what we have now? I'd love to get any thoughts that you have about what Bungie may do with these, but otherwise, I thought we could take another look at what Bungie have planned for 2024 and how that might play out versus traditional seasons. Because again, based on Bungie's wording, and yes, lots of marketing talk, but they're trying to sell this as something that is significantly better than seasons. So the reality is that ultimately, players will hold them to that promise. And as well as the final shape itself, the performance of episodes and the quality of that content will certainly have a significant impact on the future of Destiny overall. So while it feels like it's a little ways out right now, this is going to be a really important area of content delivery moving forward beyond the final shape. So again, let us know what you think down in the comment section, but if you've enjoyed the video today, a rating below very much helps us out on the channel. And also feel free to get subscribed if you want to see more Destiny content. You can also hit the notification bell down below, and I'll keep you posted as soon as we get new updates. But otherwise, I very much appreciate you all tuning in today, and whatever you get up to, I will catch you all very soon.
These new stories are actually playable as standalone. Like each episode is something you can experience, whether you've been playing Destiny for 10 years or this is your first one.
You're going to be able to basically enjoy them in any order you want to.
I think the opportunity with this big epic moment is that we get to innovate the game. We get to move the game forward.
It's all about change frequently. It's all about deeper story moments. It's all about more weapons, more loot, more often. And it really provides the team with a platform to go much deeper into the themes and fantasies and story of any individual episode as compared to the seasons you know of today.
I'm so excited to see what the narrative team can do with this kind of new platform of storytelling. Episodes provides this awesome foundation for the future of Destiny.
We're moving into the next stage of Destiny 2. I think some people look at the final shape and they think Destiny 2 is coming to the end. And in many ways, it's the opposite. We're leaning in. We're putting the pedal to the metal. Episodes provide us a new, innovative way for players to engage with Destiny 2 throughout the year.